Hello friends, welcome again to the Kumbi-Gikku Show, episode 7, where we look back at the previous few days' matches. But today, since we are looking at only 4 matches, starting from match numbers 55 to 58, starting with DC and its abandoned match against SRH in Hyderabad, and also ending with DC match also abandoned against Punjab Kings in Dharamsala, but not for weather, but for technical reasons. The significant technical reasons is what the BCCI has said because of the ongoing tensions in the India-Pakistan border. And with me to discuss this and even more is K. Srinath, the former Karnataka and Tamil Nadu Ranji Trophy player, and now a BCCI panel umpire, and of course, the co-author of the book, The Handbook of Cricket Psychology. Sri, welcome back to this Kumbi-Gikku Show. You're back from your trip to Madurai, and how have you been following the developments up north?
Thanks, Chico. I'm back in town, and not a great week for cricket. A true sport over the nation is not something that any citizen would look at. The developments have been not great per se, because I'm sitting in the southern part of the country where the impact or the repercussions of what has been happening in the last 3-4 days is not to be seen much. But I've been following the news closely, and it's quite disturbing the way things have developed there. And yes, you mentioned about the reason of the abandonment of the game at Dharamshala yesterday due to technical reasons. And I think in their pure wisdom, I think BCCI has put the nation and the emotions and sentiments of the country ahead of sport, which is a form of entertainment. So yes, a pretty curtailed week of IPL. 4 games out of which 2 were hampered, one due to technical reasons and other due to rain in Hyderabad. So we just had 2 full games. Yes, fingers crossed, and hopefully, situation becomes much more fluid, and we hope, for a closure of what has been happening, and hopefully the normalcy is restored in the border of the country, and then yes, we can get some respite from that, and yes, the citizens can again get back to enjoying sport and IPL.
Right, Sri. Yesterday's match in Dharamshala, though it was played for about 12 overs before it was abandoned, would it be considered as a match? And because when you look at the points table, it doesn't reflect against the teams. And the BCCI has now suspended the IPL for 1 week with immediate effect. So the match scheduled on Friday in Lucknow between Lucknow Super Giants and Royal Challengers Bangalore, and the other matches, we do not know when, where it will be played. What do you look at? What do you look at the possible venues, the possible dates? Will they continue after a week, or they will look at some window, because everything is shifted by a week because of this 1 week suspension? How do you look at the whole scenario?
I think it's a pretty tough to take a call as of today. A week is quite a long time. Things could subside rapidly, and I think the IPL Governing Council and the big hoods of the BCCI are in closed door meetings, because it's not only a matter of cricketers from our country. It's people who have travelled from Australia, from UK, from South Africa. The safety of these players also are of paramount importance. Options are open. There are plenty of, because 58 games have been played. It's just 12 more games to be played before we head to the playoffs. So I think it's a matter of a window of 10 days for the IPL Governing Council to have a go and finish it off at one shot. Having said that, post a week, if they decide to start it, will we be cutting very close to the marquee India-England series, where India hardly will have much time to prepare for a big series starting in the new WTC. So yes, maybe they could mull at an option of a window. There are some speculations and media news which says that India might refrain from touring Bangladesh due to the political unrest between the two countries. And yes, that could be a window where they could play it. Or the other option could be in September because Asia Cup also is hanging in balance. If India decides not to tour Bangladesh and Pakistan will not play in a neutral venue, they will not come to India. So I think two teams are straight away out of the fray from the Asia Cup. So will it be prudent enough to have an Asia Cup with two big wigs from Asia missing out? So yes, there are possibilities, but very early days to take a call saying what would BCCI do with IPL. At present, I think everybody is standing in unison and solidarity with our armed forces and the border forces. Because I think if you're all sitting in our comfort of our living rooms and bedrooms, I think it's truly because of these people. I think it's a really good move and prudent enough on the part of BCCI, to ensure that the safety of our people and our countrymen is paramount at this point in time. Yes, time will tell. Maybe this could just subside pretty quickly, or you never know, could prolong for a much more period of time. So yes, too early, but let's all hope that they arrive at a good decision and everything falls in place.
Yeah, Sri, very true, and definitely our prayers are all there for the armed forces who are protecting our country, keeping us safe. And without them, we wouldn't be talking or being not be doing anything. Sri, you mentioned about the possible windows and venues. Could Dubai be an option, or could they just have it somewhere down south where, like you mentioned, the impact is not much in our lives? But then, of course, our prayers are always there, and our thoughts are all there in the armed forces. What could be the options? Could it still be held in India? Take it away?
And a week's time, so IPL could move, and the finals could be held somewhere, on June 1st or 2nd, which is cutting very close to the England tour. So to me, it doesn't look like happening anywhere in the near future. That is, I'm talking about the next couple of months.
Right.
So a probable option could be, post the England tour, the window of the Bangladesh tour, or the time when the Asia Cup is happening when India doesn't have any international commitments. Yes, during that point, we need to see whether the other nations are having their, commitments in the WTC or the FTP. So it all boils down to the availability of the players. Yeah, it's a tricky situation as of now. But yes, within the next 1 week, if everything subsides and things get back to near normalcy, I think playing in India, because you will not be shifting everything lock, stock, barrel to a different country. People have been talking about South Africa. So that also becomes a tough proposition to move everything lock, stock, barrel to South Africa for the next 12 plus 4, 16 games. And is South Africa ready to host the next 10 days? And yes, the options of having it in South, especially Chennai and Bangalore, which are just not impacted and are much safer from the other parts of the country, provided there is sanity and normalcy is prevailing in the country. I think if that happens, I think 16 games spread over the two venues, 8 each, could be the option BCCI could be looking at. Tough.
Yeah, definitely. One has to applaud BCCI for taking the wisest decision to abandon the IPL as of now. Like they did abandon the match in Dharamsala last night, because better sense prevailed, and that's what is like you mentioned at the start. The nation comes first, and all this entertainment and all those things can go take a back seat.